Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Alisa Abdullaeva, clinical hypnotherapist, and today I would like to answer another question from someone who is viewing my YouTube channel, and she asked me um, why her husband mm, is not open for her to quit her job. She said that she's been married only for 2 years and she is miserable, unhappy, and she and her husband is trying to get pregnant, and she doesn't like her job and wants to quit, and her husband is making enough money for her to quit, but he is not open to it. Great question. Thank you for asking that. And so let me be straight and ask you first of all, and I don't mean to hurt your feelings at all, but I'm always straight and authentic and ask you, when you were dating your husband, when he was a boyfriend, did you discuss this topic? Was it important for you not to work and concentrate on a marriage and family when you'll get married? When I work with my clients who want to be just housewives and concentrate on a family and kids, typically what happens is that before they got married, they discussed those key important topics. And this is a deal breaker for a lot of couples. And right now, if at the core, your husband feels like both wife and husband needs to work, and at the core, you believe that you shouldn't, that's a problem. Because it might take a while, or he might never be open for you to quit your job. There are men like that. And so right now, I want to tell you this, and to those who are listening, who are in the process of dating, ladies, it's so important to ask these questions before you get married. And I'll be even more honest. You should ask those questions on the first date. And it might be ridiculous, but if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, and you're really set and you go on the dates because you want to get married and have a family, and you're very serious, and you're not looking for short-term relationship or fling, or you get the idea, just a quick dating here and there. Men are authentic and honest only on the first dates. Because on the first dates, they have not invested their time, their energy, and money on you. So on those dates, you gotta ask, I am just curious. My girlfriend been with this guy for 3 years and he's not committing, and he's telling her straight up that even when they get married, he's telling her this, that he wants her to work until he and her retire. And I'm just wondering, what do you think about that? Do you see how indirectly you ask your date what he thinks about that? Or you can ask this way, if it's really important to you. My girlfriend is Democrat and her boyfriend is a Republican, and they cannot come into conclusion on what they want to do, get vaccines or not. And so they're having so many arguments about it. And I'm just curious, what do you think? So as many questions you can ask indirectly like that, that is important to you, the guy will not feel intimidated this way. And he will be very open and honest to tell you those things. And so you can discuss money. You can discuss whether he wants to get married or not, have children or not, what is his political views, and what is his view on what is his goal in the next 10 years. So you can see his vision. Does he want to get married or not? Does he wants to have children or not? Or you can even ask, what is your vision in the next 5 years? But do it always indirectly, so it's not very confronting and intimidating. And so with that said, women, we tend to go through the dating phase very quick. And that's when we lose our most important cards in a relationship, because a woman is navigating relationship. She can make a relationship in a space to get to the space of harmony and balance and happiness and love, but only when she really fully values herself and she is secure and confident in herself. And how she can do that? By dating a guy longer. Because even if you didn't get all the answers on the first date, you can get them by looking at the guy's action. If it's important for you that your man is generous, date him long enough and see, is he paying for your drinks, your lunch, your dinner, for your movies when you go out? If it's important for you, you will see this consistency. And if he's not, this is clear for you that this is not a generous guy. And then you don't need to commit and being in a relationship with him for a year or two and waste your time, because it's a deal breaker for you. Because at the core, we women, we know what we want and where we're heading. And so if you're dating a guy for 4, 5, 6 months, you can find out all of this information by just dating him. But the moment, now you're not going to like this, but I'll be honest and tell you anyway. The moment you sleep with the guy, you start to fall in love and you start to get attached, and now you're just dating this guy and you stop seeing anybody else, even though you guys been together for only 2 or 3 months. And guess what? You're giving all of your best cards to him, and now he is in charge of the relationship. And so even though I'm explaining it in a way that is a game, but if we're really honest, in a dating process, it's almost is. And so first 6 months are very critical. And so if you really value yourself and wait long enough before you start sleeping with the guy, you shift into his vision of a future wife. And therefore he respects you and he wants to see a family with you if that's what he wants. And again, how you can tell? By him chasing you, calling you, texting you, respecting you, taking you out and spending the time. Because when a guy spends time, quality time, when he texts again, he takes you out and he talks to you, he listens to you, or then he spends also money on you. All of this is indication that he cares. He's interested in you. He is falling for you. But again, the falling in love for men happens after typically 3 months, sometimes even longer. Women tend to fall in love much faster. So the moment you sleep in, spend a night with a guy, you start to fall for him. And for him, it takes much longer. And so the longer you wait, the more you can find out if he is the guy that you want to be in a serious relationship and commit and have a family with. And so all I'm trying to say, ladies, if you're really confident and secure, you won't rush this process. You will take your time. And that's important. And also, if you can watch my video, one of my earliest videos, in that video I talk about from 1 to 10. If your chemistry with the guy, 8, 9, 10, it's so high, you won't be able to resist him. You will fall into sleeping with him early. And that's not a healthy foundation for a serious and healthy relationship. And so when you choose a guy, if you can meet a guy that you're attracted to, but you're not crazy attracted to him with chemistry. But you're somewhere around 6 and 7. That's healthy. You have fun together, and you're not rushing to jump in bed. You can wait. That's really healthy. So then you will be able to meet him a couple of times a week, get to know him, and continue dating for the next 5 or 6 months before you jump into bed. And I know you guys gonna think I am old school, crazy, who does it? But if you truly want a man to respect you, to love you, to treat you like a queen, take your time. Concentrate on you. Do the inner work to respect, to love yourself, and building your confidence. And what I mean by not facade of a high confidence because you think you're sexy, you're beautiful, you have this and this and that, but really healthy self-esteem where you truly respect yourself, you respect others, and you value yourself. And so with that said, I hope this video been helpful. If you already now in this relationship and this guy doesn't want to, your husband doesn't want you to quit your job, because you're already married, I will suggest for you to continue, keep talking and keep talking and keep talking to him. Because for men, information is not like for us women. Women hears the information, she gets that this is important. For men, it takes 40 to 50 times to hear the same message when he really starts to get, I guess it is important for her. And after you talk about this 40 or 50 times in the next 2 to 3 months and not being angry, not being dominant or manipulative, but intentional, vulnerable, that this is really important for you, that you want to be feminine, that you want to be gentle, that you want to be at peace and relaxed and fully concentrate on conceiving a baby so you can be the best version of wife and mother, and inspire and enroll him into this vision of yours. And then it's possible. But be patient. We have a saying, and I think you know this, right? Rome was not built overnight. And so marriage takes two to dance. This is not, you're not at the point where because of that you should divorce and quit and run away. Be patient. Keep talking to your husband. But again, remember, you cannot be a drama queen. You cannot be frustrated, angry, or emotional, because when women are so emotional, men cannot listen. They're like, this is too much. They withdraw. Be vulnerable, be authentic, keep talking about it, and trust that you can inspire him to seeing your vision and your dream, being a best version of wife and mother and not work. And I admire you for that. You know what you want. So I wish you all well, wish you all love, happiness, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.